What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I appreciate you guys for tuning into your girl. You know, the downloads, I see you. The Ukraine, you guys have been blowing me up. 33% of my listeners this week have come from the Ukraine. So thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys. Of course, we're pushing out positive energy, positive vibes. And I have with me all the way from Los Angeles, California, the fabulously wonderful Cooking with Carlina. Carlina, how are you?
I'm doing great. How is everyone via podcast world? How are you guys doing? I'm so excited to be on your show.
Well, definitely. Well, I thank you. I know that you're a busy lady, as I know you are, and you got your hands in so many different realms, but I really appreciate you having time and sounding crystal clear. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely. All right, so Carlina, let our audience know where you're from. What city do you represent?
I'm a Florida girl, so I actually grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and then I went to the University of Florida in Gainesville. Go Gators.
All right.
So I'm actually a Florida girl, but I'm out here in LA. So the weather, I'm used to this weather, except for there's no humidity, which is great.
Oh my gosh. LA is just beautiful. I love it. The breeze that you guys have out there, I envy that. The traffic, not so much.
No, the traffic's awful.
No, but LA is beautiful. What kind of weather are you guys having today?
Oh, it's actually really hot. I think it's like, let me see. Oh man, it's 89 degrees right now.
Wow.
So 89 degrees with like a slight wind. Maybe I should become like a weather woman.
That may work out. That may work out just perfect.
Maybe. Cooking with Carlina and weather reporting at the same time.
Okay, we'll work it out. You know, you got to be multifaceted. You never know.
Exactly.
All right, Carlina. So let's talk about this love affair that you have with food and cooking and the kitchen. When did this fascination begin?
So I started with baking first when I was 7. It was something that my mom and I used to do growing up. Like, that's how it was like our connection. You know, like some mother-daughter teams, they like to knit. My mom and my thing was baking. And then also, so my mom really taught me how to bake, but my grandmother, around the age of 9, taught me how to cook because I love my blend. Actually, my food is a mixture of Caribbean and Southern on my website.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually learned the Southern foods from my dad's side, my grandmother on my dad's side, and then the Caribbean foods was from my grandmother on my mom's side. So I would alternate summers at both of their houses, and I would just like learn how to cook all my favorite foods because I love my grandmother, my Southern grandmother, collard greens, yes, and then my Caribbean grandmother, I loved her curry chicken, rice and beans and plantains, like, and I was just like, you know, you never have your grandmothers long, and unfortunately I lost my last grandmother last year, so it's good that I still have a piece of them to remind them by continuing on their recipes. So that's really what my love came from. It was internal in the family. I never went to culinary school or anything. These are all home and grown recipes.
Cool. That is so awesome. And I mean, just by looking at the website, you guys go to right now to cookingwithcarlina.com. That is Cooking with Carlina, CARLINA.com. Where do we begin? Cooking with Carlina. Was it just an idea? Was it a bet? What happened? How did this come about?
Okay, here's like the great story, right? So my friend, she's an actress, she hired a private chef. And the chef never showed up. So she had like all this food and she's like, hey Carlina, I know you know how to cook. Can you cook this food for me? So I ended up cooking the food, right? And then I didn't even realize like Luke and Liam Hemsworth, the actors, were at this party because I just knew my friend. I was like, so there was like big name actors at this party and they were like, who made this food? This is amazing. And she's like, oh, my friend Carlina, because my private chef canceled. And they were like, wait, you just do this for fun? And I was like, yeah. They're like, can you please, like, you should create videos so you can teach other people how to cook. I mean, in LA, we don't know how to cook. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So, like, if you guys go back and look at my first video, that would be really comedic because I had no idea what I was doing. But it was, like, for Valentine's Day, and I made my butter garlic shrimp pasta, which is like, I think, according to my followers, like their favorite recipe. So the video is not good quality, but it was a great recipe, and I just started posting that way to teach people how to cook. Because that is true. I don't know too many people in LA that, like, if they're not a chef or like in the restaurant business, that know how to cook, like, just fun. So that's how I got started. I got looped in a party, so that's what happened.
That's pretty awesome. That's one heck of a way to get looped into something. Hey, I'm rubbing elbows with A-listers. What's up?
Yes, they do love my chicken wings. There's an insider for your show. I don't think I've ever released that, but yes, Liam Hemsworth loves chicken wings. There you go.
So, thus far, I mean, just jumping into this realm and into maybe a world that you hadn't really considered before, how did this cooking with Carlina and this cooking world blend in with your everyday life?
Actually, because behind the scenes of my Cooking with Carlina world, I actually work in marketing. So a lot of, like, learning how to, like, market myself and the different designs I got to play around with, my website has actually came from, like, my background in marketing. So that's kind of like how they're connected creative-wise. So I'd definitely say cookingwithcarlina.com shows a little bit more of, like, what I do outside of Cooking with Carlina. So you can see, like, the creative design work and then the YouTube and the sliders and all that kind of stuff. So that's, I guess, how both of my lives connect. But I definitely know, my boss would know, so I can definitely say this on the podcast. She definitely knows Cooking with Carlina is, like, my number one favorite job. I love it because just the feedback from my followers and the funniest things. Like, I posted a meme of, like, Nicki Minaj saying, she's, like, sitting in the seat with shades on, looking inconspicuous, and it says, like, me sitting in the movie theater acting like I don't have a 3-piece Popeyes dinner in my purse, and then, like, just hearing all my followers, like, responses of how they snuck food in the movie theater. I thought I was the only crazy person. So, like, just connecting on that's what really makes me, like, why I do Cooking with Carlina. It's definitely for my followers and for my love of food, because I just love hearing stories, and I definitely respond to everybody. I think I'm one of the only people on social media that probably responds to everyone, because I'm just, like, constantly on it, and I love hearing your stories and what you guys have to say. So if you do make a recipe, please tag me. I want to see it. Comment below, like, on all of my pages. Like, I'm that person. Like, I'm like, yes, it's not a robot. I promise, it's me commenting back to you.
Now, speaking about social media and then also taking into account your marketing background, when did you realize that this Cooking with Carlina thing was really starting to take off, and it was not just going to be a cutesy little hobby that, we do at parties every once and again, but people actually look to you for culinary advice?
Okay, I will tell you that when it really hit me, it was when I got a phone call from Rachel Ray.
That'll do it.
It was like, wait, what?
That'll do it.
I saw your YouTube channel. Yeah, it was like, I was at work, and I was like, I thought I was being prank called by somebody, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it's Rachel Ray, okay. And she's like, no, really. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, hi, Rach, how are you? And she's like, I love your videos. They're so cute. Can you do, like, a DIY project? And I think I posted that on my website, so you guys can definitely check it out. I have, like, a citronella candle. And I've been so busy, I need to slow down a little bit, but I'm hoping to, like, work with Rachel again in the future, because that was, like, really fun to work with her and do that video. She let me have, like, complete creative control, and it was just great to see my work go from YouTube to TV, and she discovered me on YouTube. So that's another thing, like, keep up with your dream, and sometimes, like, with your hobby, you don't realize you're inspiring other people or who's watching. So that's cool.
Absolutely. And I've seen the video several times, and I'm just like, okay, this girl, she's got a little something extra. I mean, you make it just look so easy and effortless. I know that there's a lot that goes on in the background that we don't see, but it is really your gift. And when you're in your purpose, it is seamless. It is effortless. And I have to tip my hat to you. Shout out to Erica Nicole. She actually told me about you and was like, you need to hit this girl up. You need to get her on your show because she's pretty awesome. And I'm one of her subscribers and she's the best. I was like, okay, I'll put it out into the universe. We'll see what comes back. So we're really thankful
for that. Thank you, Erica Nicole. Please comment so I can follow you back.
Definitely. All right, so Carlina, with all of this success under your belt and even more to go, because I know it's not even a question, girl. You're gonna take off. It's only a matter of time. It's not a matter of if. With the experience that you have and the knowledge that you've gained through everything that you've been through thus far with this brand, what advice could you offer any up and coming person, mainly even young people, that say, hey, I want to be like Carlina. I want my own cooking show. I want to do like her. What advice would you give them?
I would say first and foremost, surround yourself with people who believe in you. Not just people who are just like, oh, everything's perfect, blah, blah, blah. People who genuinely believe that you can succeed and give you not only positive, but like any type of feedback. You know, it's obviously people give feedback and it depends on how you take it, but you want someone to give you feedback because that is just going to make you better in life and push you. And these are the people who are going to stand by you and push you to continue to be better. Because I literally, sometimes I'll be tired and I'm like, I don't feel like recording a video, but I have like a great group of people around me who's like, nope, keep doing it, keep doing it. Your followers are like ready for this new content, keep going. So that's my number one. And then number two is, don't be afraid of the word no. No just means that it's not that relationship with that certain company or that person might not have worked at that time. Mm-hmm. But all it takes is that one yes to launch your career. You know what I mean? I've heard everyone, people just usually see the yeses, like Write the Reel, Rachel Ray, Walt Disney Animation, people see like those yeses. But I've had a ton of no's, from like the Cooking Channel and the Food Network. That just means no at the time. It doesn't mean like I can't work with them in the future. So just take like those no's as like, okay, cool, not now. Maybe there's somebody else I can work with. But also like go back to those people. Just don't be like, oh, he said no, I'm never going to talk to him again. Like, no, it just means no at that time. It doesn't mean no forever. So that's another thing I would say in this industry is like a lot of people don't see it, but you get a lot of no's. But you got to continue to persevere, and that's what that circle around you of those good people is what keeps you going, and your followers. I love my followers.
Definitely, yes. You've got some of the best followers ever, as I do as well.
I love
awesome followers. So, Carlina,
I call them
go ahead.
My family, like not family, but family.
Family. Yes. I like that. Your family.
Yeah.
So, what is next on the bill for Carlina?
Well, I just released a video yesterday where I made a twist. Your typical college ramen noodles. Like, when I was in college, it was like certain times a month where I was just like, I got no money. Like, what am I going to do with all these packs of noodles? Well, I show you guys how to make an amazing gourmet twist to ramen noodles. This recipe, trust me, under $10.
Hey, what? That's what I'm talking about. See, that is right up our alley.
4 people. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like, there's chefs on TV who are making all these dishes, and then by the time you go to the store and get all of their ingredients, you realize you're spending like $100, and you haven't even cooked the meal yet. Like, no, I'm a millennial, so I connect with these followers and everybody else. Like, we have a budget, but you can still make some amazing gourmet dishes on this budget. So that's really what my target and goal is.
Cool beans. And let everybody know, Carlina, how they can follow you, how they can get in contact with you, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Oh, one more thing. I released the e-cookbook for free, you guys, for free. You can download all of my recipes. There's like 10 of them, 10 of my favorite recipes, including a foreword by my amazing mom, who a lot of you guys love. And the ebook. So you just go to my website, cookingwithcarlina.com/ebook, and you can download it, which is really cool. And pretty much Cooking with Carlina, CARLINA.com. I have my Instagram is @CookingWithCarlina. My Twitter is @InGodHeart. But all these these links, and obviously my YouTube is Cooking with Carlina, all these links are available on my website. And I just started a blog. I'm blogging now, you guys, like my travel and behind the scenes. So you guys can catch all of that at cookingwithcarlina.com. That's going to be your best friend. You can send me an email. Please send me an email. That's how Ash got in contact with me.
Yeah.
I will respond. I want to hear about your lives. I want to hear what's going on. Yes.
Definitely we are working, we're all a work in progress, but I see so much more for you, Carlina. I appreciate you making time in your schedule, because I know you're out there, Cali, LA living, and hey, you got to be multifaceted. You got to be multitasking all these times, but I definitely see a lot more great things coming for you, and I will definitely be on the sidelines cheering you on, sister.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I'm excited. Feel free to I'm more than happy to come on your show every week. I know I can't do every week, but as much as possible. I would love to.
Absolutely. We will work that out, girl. It's not even a question. Not even a question about it. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning into the show. Thank you so much for all the downloads, all the love, all the support, everything. Of course, you can follow me now across social media at One Love Ash. That is the number 1, Love Ash. And yes, ashsaidit.com is everything that you need to know about what Ash said. And keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books, all right? Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. I will tune to you guys next time. Have a great, fun-fulfilled weekend. Deuces.